I bid you good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. This is a very, very important transmission. I am very sick. I'm still sick. It's 24-hour, 48-hour bug that's going around, and it's basically kicking my butt, and I'm not feeling well. But no, I actually want to make a sincere, humble video out there. I want to put this out there because it's very important that you guys pay very close attention to this. If anyone's listening to anybody when it comes to climate change or whatever's happening, is Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg here is a Swedish environmental activist on climate change whose campaigning has gained international recognition. Thunberg is known for her straightforward speaking manner, both public and political leaders and assemblies, in which she urges immediate action to address what she describes as a climate crisis. Okay, she made Time magazine, so little tiny channels like myself get very little to no voice out there. So it's kind of very important that I ask her to help with this situation. It's actually a very big situation. A lot of people know me, by the way, from my Portuguese side. I'm very not really well known on the English speaking side of the world. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on. Let me get to my point so you can understand what's going on. I have a Facebook page. I have, I think, 117,000 people that follow me on or like me or fan me on this page. My stuff gets out there. It really gets out there. I really want to put this out there because it's very, 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 very important of what's happening, because I target Portuguese Africa, and it's very important because Portuguese Africa has a lot of infrastructure, airports, apartments, soccer stadiums, libraries, lots of infrastructure built there by the Portuguese who were formerly there for many years. My dad was there, family was there. So I made documentaries. I still do from time to time through Terra Luciphone Productions, and one of my very controversial documentaries that I made is called Mozambique onde vai riqueza. It's in Portuguese, of course, talking about where's the richness of all these African countries and for sale. What's it called? Africa for Sale. Very, very controversial documentaries that I threw together. So anyways, I wanted to throw this out there because it's kind of important, because over here, if you look at it here, these are the documentaries I threw together. The reason why is because there's nobody listening to this, and it's actually a big deal. Mozambique, Southeast Africa, is actually in a very, very dangerous predicament right now. Here it is. Mozambique, officially the Republic of Mozambique, in Portuguese, Moçambique, República de Moçambique, has exports natural gas, it exports bits of uranium, exports different types of metals, gold, silver, and one of its very recent, and I'm talking about the last year alone, major export has been their wood. Now, this is where I want Greta to step in and actually step in to take care of this problem, because China, this is in Portuguese now, I'm going to tell you what it says in English. China is engulfing or swallowing forests of Mozambique. Now, they are going over this, and they're saying that China right now is in total control of all the forests and are taking out, completely decimating forests, and a corruption that is underneath that is taking away their trees. And it goes on to say that they will, by 2029, have decimated and removed all 93% of their trees that is harvestable to go to China. So sorry, I'm just reading this off of Portuguese to English here. Também prevê que as reservas comerciais yeah, by 2029 there'll be zero reserves left of any lumber whatsoever, because it is all being harvested and taken out without trees being replanted. So this is something because Greta is a huge climate activist. She's on Time magazine. This is a big deal, because the deforestation of Africa is going to be a big deal. Portuguese Africa, why? Because they actually have highways going through the country. The Portuguese actually spent money on infrastructure to build these countries, right? Built ports, everything. And what better to walk into already countries that are infrastructurally sound to take them over, right? Whether it's their natural gas, oil, gold, or whether it's their lumber. But this calls on for Greta to come in. Greta would be the only one that could come in and actually make a difference on a global scale. So here it is here. Let's go back here. So other articles coming out here. Floresta this basically taken part na Zambina in Mozambique. So another state of Mozambique. So different states are being harvested for their mahogany. All their good wood is being basically taken by the Chinese. I was speaking to somebody there in the parliament in Mozambique, in one of the states of Huambo. He was telling me basically that the Chinese would go in and build a road into the middle of nowhere, and then they would say, well, we built you this road, now we're going to go in and take all your wood in refund, to repayment for this road that goes nowhere. We're going to take the wood. So they would this is what this person of parliament was telling me. They would strategically place roads going to nowhere, to no towns, nothing, but they would place them in certain areas so that they could rape them of their, whether it's, again, trees, oil, gold, whatever they're taking away from these countries. So here it is. Na Zambia, exploração, the clandestine exploration of wood has resulted in a loss of huge forests. Wow. And in this conclusion, we have concluded that the study is showing that it's eroding the province. It's eroding the province completely. Cura dentro da rede de ambiente. So it's going into different other states, and then the government saying the government there is not doing nothing to protect the reserves of these forests. Lots of wood, and that has very huge value for commercial, and it is now being taken away for illegitimate exportation to China. So this is what's going on. I've been speaking with somebody actually earlier at like 2 in the morning, my time, 3 in the morning, my time, about this situation that is happening right now in Mozambique, aka Portuguese Africa. I did a documentary called Mozambique Onde Vai a Riqueza, means Mozambique, where is the richness going? This is it right here. This is the documentary I made. And discussing certain things. And I urge you guys to go see it if you can. It's on my Facebook page. Apparently, there is translation on my YouTube channel. Here it is, Genocide in Timor-Leste. Lots of documentaries here. Economic crisis in Angola. Africa for sale. This one has 66,000 views, but this video has been taken down twice off Facebook and once off my main YouTube channel, which I had to redo. And yeah, guys, I really want to create the awareness. I'm trying to make this world a better place, basically, than when I came into it. I'm trying to make a difference as much as I possibly humanly can in my lifetime. Unfortunately, my voice is not strong enough. It is well known in the Portuguese-speaking community, but I don't think anyone in Congress in Portugal or anyone in Congress in Brazil has, I guess, the sway or the power that Greta does. For someone that is a huge climate change or climate expert, I think needs to weigh in on a big raping of the resources to basically create towers in the air that stay empty, and expensive furniture probably that never gets ever used. It's heartbreaking. So Greta, if you're seeing this, please tell us what you could do. Tell us how you could maybe go down there, maybe brush up on a little bit of Portuguese, and Heck, maybe even create a little bit of a mess about this, because I love Portuguese Africa, and, you know, if our countries weren't destabilized, I'd be living there. I'd be living there too, myself. I'd be living there myself if they weren't destabilized, unfortunately, by the Dutch, the French, and the English, and the Americans. We would be living in our own countries. But it's heartbreaking. Let me know what you guys think. This is urgent. This is not a joke. A country losing 93% of its forests isn't a joke. Hopefully Greta could weigh in and do something about this, and maybe voice a concern about this in her next speech. Thanks for watching, and you guys take care.